So today we are going to discuss about the cloud computing demo class. Cloud computing. So before cloud computing, what exactly the companies, they run the physical infrastructure. That is important point we have to understand. So physical infrastructure next to virtual infrastructure, top of the virtual infrastructure, cloud is implemented. So before cloud computing demo, just I will give the brief introduction about physical infrastructure, virtual infrastructure, then I will discuss about cloud computing. So before cloud computing, so every company, they have to manage physical machines, physical operating system, top of that applications, like any web server or database servers, whatever it may be. This is physical. So physical hardware, top of that you can install OS, Windows servers or Linux servers, top of that applications. Again, if you want to set up another server, you need to buy another hardware. Like that, you have to buy a set of servers. A lot of money you have to invest, and storage also physical, network also physical. So everything is physical. But here, what are the disadvantages in physical infrastructure? For example, you can take your laptop only, go to task manager. So I invested 30,000 rupees to buy my laptop, but actual resources utilizing, you can check CPU utilization only below 20%, memory utilization only 26%. So remaining resources are wasting. So wasting the resources are nothing but wasting the money. See, somebody in the unmute, go to mute, please. See, I invested 30,000 rupees, but I am not worth rupees that much of resources I am not utilizing. So wasting the resources are nothing but wasting the money. Like that, the companies, they invested a lot of money on the servers, but every server can utilize maximum 50 to 60% resources only. The remaining resources are wasting. So wasting the resources are nothing but wasting the money. That is the reason virtualization technology is implemented. Here, what happened in virtualization technology? Top of the physical hardware, you can install a virtualization layer. Top of that virtualization layer, you can build the servers. But these are not physical, these are virtual servers. So these are virtual servers. Technically, you can call as virtual machines, instances, like that. Different names we are calling. But on a single physical machine, by taking the help of virtualization software, you can build a number of machines. But how many machines I can power on? You can have a question. Depending upon your hardware capacity. For example, so I installed virtualization layer top of my Windows VMware workstation. So this much of machines I installed. RHL Red Hat Linux 10 AM batch, 11 AM batch, 6 PM, 8 PM, like this. So how many machines I can power on means here I can power on 4 machines because my physical laptop RAM is 8 GB. So every Linux machine I given 2 GB RAM. So 4 machines I can power on at a time. If I decrease the RAM to 1 GB, 8 machines I can power on here. See, the memory I can decrease here. If I selected 1 GB, 8 machines I can power on. So depending upon your hardware capacity, that many of servers we can build on the top of the hardware. That is virtualization technology. So top of this virtualization, cloud is implemented. Without a virtualization, there is no cloud. Remember the point. If there is no virtualization, there is no cloud. See here, Just now I showed you. So physical hardware, top of that we can have virtual servers. Top of this cloud platform is implemented. Like we can have different clouds we are going to discuss now, private cloud, hybrid cloud, or whatever it may be. So remember only one point strongly, where the clouds fit. Cloud fits on virtualization. If there is no virtualization, forget about cloud. Without a virtualization, there is no cloud. Remember these points. Physical infrastructure, top of the physical infrastructure, virtual infrastructure, top of that cloud is implemented. Now, what is cloud computing? What are the benefits of cloud computing? Who are providing cloud? Who are the cloud providers? We are going to discuss now. See, on cloud environment, we are going to launch the servers like Windows servers and Linux servers. So Windows, Microsoft proprietary software. So Linux server, Linux is a open source. So anybody, they can download the source kernel. You can develop your own operating system like Red Hat Enterprise Linux, CentOS, Ubuntu Linux servers, Kali Linux, Debian Linux. We have number of flavors are there. So these servers we are going to launch on top of the cloud environment. See, before cloud already explained you each and everything you have to manage. This is on-premises server. Network, physical infrastructure I showed you. Network you have to manage. Storage is physical, you have to manage. Servers means hardware, you have to manage. Virtualization also you have to manage. Top of the operating systems, Linux or Windows servers, we have to manage. Middleware applications like IBM WebSphere web applications, we have to manage. Programming, runtime, development program, Java, C, C++, Python, database server we have to manage. Finally, your application will be built.
Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, this we got a message there saying that the demo is on AWS, but you are saying cloud computing both are related only, or?
See, AWS is nothing but a cloud.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, cloud computing means if it is AWS, if it is Microsoft Azure, if it is Google Cloud Platform, all are cloud only. So first you have to understand cloud. So AWS providing which resources?
Yeah, cloud, yeah.
Which resources? Cloud. Without knowing cloud, how I can teach AWS? First, you have to understand about the cloud computing. What are the benefits of cloud computing? Then you can think about who are providing cloud services. AWS, leader of the cloud. Second place goes to Azure. Third place, Google Cloud Platform. See, that is the reason the people they are doing mistake. AWS demo. What is AWS demo? Azure demo. What is Azure demo? So cloud demo. So after understanding about cloud computing, then you can think about. So for example, you decided to buy a car first. So once you decided to buy a car, then you can think about which car you have to buy. So without knowing car, there is no intention to buy a car, you cannot understand anything. Like that same thing, first you have to understand cloud computing. Then which cloud we are going to learn? AWS cloud we are going to learn. That is one by one, step by step, I am going to explain. Okay. So nowadays, everything is online. So your data, online food offering, online shopping, online reservations, online documentation, everything is online. So cost plus monitoring plus maintenance, everything managed by the cloud. Everything managed by the cloud. So what is cloud computing? Accessing the resources from internet is called cloud computing. Accessing the resources from internet. Which resources? Compute resources, storage, network, media services, and databases. So what you want to require, you can access from the cloud. That is nothing but cloud computing. So without internet, there is no cloud. For example, you have a Gmail account, I have a Gmail account. Where is your Gmail account is located? You don't know. Where is my Gmail account is located? I don't know. But even you are accessing your Gmail, I am accessing my Gmail. How we are accessing means through internet only. If there is no internet connection, we cannot access our Gmail account. Like that, through cloud computing, you can manage your servers remotely. You can manage your storage remotely. You can manage your network remotely through internet. Is called cloud computing. So benefits of cloud computing. If you want any IT resource, you can get immediately. What you require, you can get in minutes. No need to buy any hardware and software. They are available ready-made. Depending upon your requirement, you can scale up and scale down the resources. Now, if you want any IT resource, you can get immediately within minutes. For example, within 5 minutes, I want to get one Linux server. Within 5 minutes, now I am going to log into my AWS cloud, AWS Management Console, because we are going to learn AWS cloud environment. So AWS Management Console. So you have to log into the console. So everybody, we need to create AWS account. Immediately, I want to require one Linux server. Within 5 minutes, log into your account. Just launch your server. So Amazon Web Services account, we have to create everybody cloud account. 1 year free tier account. Up to 1 year you can use without paying any single rupee. So we are launching servers. Which server? Linux server. So launch instance. See, I am not investing a single rupee. So I can launch Linux servers. If you want to launch Windows servers, all are available here. So Linux. So review and launch the server. So these things in depth we are going to discuss in our class. For example purpose, I am showing you. So view server. So server is launching. See, within 2 minutes, my Linux server is ready. It is ready-made. Simply you can launch the server. Now AWS people, they will provide one public IP to you. Copy the public IP. From your laptop, you can log into Linux server. Go to your laptop, open Putty software. Whatever the public IP given by the AWS, copy that one, paste that one, select SSH, browse the key. Now you can log into Linux server. See, your server is ready. See, within 5 minutes, just we launched our Linux server, you can start your work. Whatever the work you want to do, you can start your work. So log into your server. Like, so if you know Linux commands, you can practice. So creating files, so creating user accounts, assigning the password to users. See, Linux servers, simply. So this is cloud environment. So whatever the IT resource you want to require, you can get in minutes. Storage, if I want to increase the storage, so immediately I can increase the storage, 500 GB, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 5 terabyte to my server, Linux server. So these things we are going to discuss in our classes, AWS cloud environment. So, okay, like any IT resource, if you want to get, you can get in minutes. So service models. What are the cloud? So they are providing different service models. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So means just to remember, you are taking rent. So what resources you want to take rent, you can take that much of resources only. You have to pay the money. For example, nowadays we have smart mobiles and we have the Wi-Fi routers, we have the internet connections are there. So 10 years back, 15 years back, so when we want to access internet, we have to go the internet caves, internet centers. So 1 hour or 2 hour browsing, 30 rupees or 40 rupees we have to pay. So we are getting services from them, we are paying the money. Same in cloud also, infrastructure as a service. So on premises means everything managed by your organization. First one I will explain to you. I explained to you, that is physical infrastructure. This is first one, blue color. All blue color are physical infrastructure, on premises servers. Now coming to the cloud. So first service, infrastructure as a service. Networking, storage, hardware, virtualization, they will manage. So top of that, operating system, middleware, runtime, databases and applications you have to manage. So you can pay the rent for up to virtualization. Next to platform as a service, your organization is decided, we can go for platform as a service. Up to runtime they will manage. Only database and application optimization you have to manage. Software as a service, everything is managed by cloud depending of your requirements, as per your requirement. For example, Zomato is there, Ola cabs, Uber cabs. We can have hundreds of e-commerce websites, businesses are there. They can have their own apps, but they will not manage the apps. As per their requirement, they have to contact to the cloud people. They will manage everything. Just they will pay the money. So this month, this much of resources we utilized. So this is the amount we have to pay. So for managing that applications, they are not going to buy the physical hardware. They are not going to appoint the development people, administrators. So just they can call to the cloud. So software as a service, they can take rent. So how much resources they utilized per monthly, they will pay the bill. So this is decided by our organization. So some confidential servers are there. So that server should be maintained by organization. So then we can go for infrastructure as a service, because up to hardware we will take rent. So operating system, middleware, runtime, development, everything is in our hand. So some applications only database management purpose. So the database should be managed by us, application should be managed by us. Remaining resources you can take rent. So these apps, most of the apps, they are going to for software as a service, because they are not going to be managed that much of resources. So they can go for software as a service model. So this is depending upon our organization, whatever they decided, we are going to work on them. Next to cloud models, public cloud. So public cloud is a computing service. The service providers makes resources available to the public via the internet. Some public cloud providers offer resources for free, while clients pay for other resources by subscription, pay per usage model. Simple example I will tell you, you have Gmail account is there. This is public cloud. Everybody can access Gmail, everybody can create Gmail account. So are you paying any single rupee for Google people? You are not paying. I am not paying. This is public cloud. Anybody can access without paying a single rupee. But pay per usage model is also there. How do you know that one? Go to your Google Drive. By default, whenever we create a Gmail account, 15 GB of the free space allocated by Google. So 15 GB. So 95% full it is giving warning to me by storage. So this is pay per usage model, public cloud only, but 15 GB they are giving free. If you want to cross that limit, you can go for pay per usage model, 100 GB. Per month, you have to pay 130 rupees. 200 GB, if you want to get the space from Google, you have to pay 210 rupees per month. So depending upon your requirement, if you want to buy, you can buy the storage. So that is public cloud. So public cloud service providers, they will give most of the services free only, but some services pay per usage model. Next, private cloud. So the private cloud is defined as a computing services offered either over the internet or a private internal network, and only for selected users. Remember, only for selected users instead of the general public. So private cloud requires the same staffing, management, and maintenance expenses, everything managed by organization. For example, Infosys.com. So Infosys, they can have public servers and they can have private servers. What are the public servers? You can go for www.infosys.com. So this is public. Everybody can access. You can access, I can access, everybody can access. So this is public server, Infosys, careers, investors. So you can read about Infosys, what is the company, when it is built, how it is developed, what are the opportunities. Everybody can read this one, public server. This is exposed to the public. And Infosys, internally, they are going to give the client supports. So they will manage those servers in private environment. So you cannot log in, I cannot log in. You cannot access, I cannot access. Only their employees, only they can access. For that, they are managing some staff, they are paying the salaries, whatever it may be. That is private cloud. Next, Infosys managing public cloud servers, Infosys managing private cloud servers. Public cloud servers accessed by public people. Private cloud servers accessed by their staff. But between this private and public cloud, there is a communication. So internally, there is a communication between their private and public servers. So how they will communicate means hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is a solution that combines private cloud with one or more public cloud services with proprietary software. They can manage their own software by enabling the communication between each distinct service. Hybrid cloud services are powerful because they give businesses greater control over the private data. This is hybrid cloud. So these are the cloud models. So public cloud, private cloud. So when you want to communicate these two, you need hybrid cloud. So this is overall cloud computing, deployment model, service model. If it is AWS cloud, if it is Azure cloud, if it is a Google cloud platform. So cloud is the technical word. So for any demo, first we have to go for cloud demo class like this only. Then you can think about who are cloud providers. AWS. 2006 it is established. It is a very popular and experienced in cloud. So many companies, they are using these services. AWS's servers capacity is about 6 times larger than the next 12 competitors. Remember, AWS servers capacity are 6 times larger than the next 12 competitors. That much of hardware they can have, their server capacities. Netflix, everybody knows, world's largest media company. All their servers, all their environment is managed by AWS cloud. Expedia, most world famous travel booking company, all their servers also deployed on AWS cloud. The next place goes to Microsoft Azure. So that is the cloud environment they are also providing. 2010 they introduced. It is occupied the next place after the AWS. GCP, Google Cloud Platform, 2008 they introduced, but they are not more concentrating on that. But even it is in third place after Azure. So followed by Digital Ocean, IBM Cloud, Terramark, these are some other clouds. So this is cloud provider, AWS, Azure, Google. Now what we are going to discuss our classes, AWS cloud computing we are learning. AWS cloud. What is AWS? Amazon Web Services is a platform that offers flexible, reliable, scalable, easy to use and cost effective cloud computing solutions. AWS is a comprehensive, easy to use computing platform offered by Amazon or applications of AWS services. So AWS is a serverless computer. Just you are accessing the resources from your account. AWS will manage physical servers. We are going to access the resources. How much resources utilized, that much of money only how to pay. So this is modern cloud architecture, have lots of bits. These are the AWS resources and services, which we are going to learn in our classes, EC2 instances, security groups, IAM users, virtual private cloud, route 53, S3 buckets, these things. Tomorrow's class, I will explain each and everything, what we are going to learn in AWS. So every chapter, I will explain the brief introduction about each and every chapter, which we are going to discuss in AWS cloud. So it provides shared resources on demand. On demand means just now we seen. So immediately within 5 minutes, we launched one Linux server. That is on demand. On demand means immediately. So immediately I want to get one Windows server. I want to configure Microsoft Active Directory. So 10 minutes we can do it. So immediately I can launch Linux server. I can install DevOps tools. I can do that one immediately. That is on demand. 2006 officially launched. 2013 onwards, they are familiar with the certifications they launched. 2013 up to 7 years they are in development stage only. 2013 onwards only it is coming to as a course, like certifications also they launched. So availability zones, what are the regions? Tomorrow's demo class I will explain you. So serverless computing allows you to build and run applications and services without thinking about servers. Just now I told you what you want to require, they are ready made. So you don't think about I need to buy this hardware, I need to install this operating system, I need to install this type of application. Don't think about that one. Just you can run your applications without thinking about servers. What you want to run, you can launch servers, you can deploy your application. Everything practically we are going to see. Each and every service practically we are going to see. Also referred to as function as a service or abstracted services. For example, you developed one code, Java code. So you have to run it. You have to make it functioning, your Java code. So immediately you can deploy it without knowing any servers, without knowing load balancers, without knowing auto scaling groups. You can run them automatically. AWS will provide backend all the resources like Lambda servers, S3 storage, DynamoDB, simple notification services. So these are the categories from AWS services. So one by one services we are going to learn in AWS cloud environment. So these are the certifications. First step we have to go for AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate, which we are going to learn the course. Now whatever the course we are learning now, AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. So if you have hands-on experience on this area, then you can think about solutions architect. Or somebody they interested on developing side, they can go for developer associate and system operations administrator associate. So top of that, DevOps engineer professional certifications. So out of my knowledge, 99.99% the persons they will do only these certifications. This is enough. If you have hands-on experience on this, then you can think about other certifications. But I think nobody written, only one or two persons written this solutions architect professional. So most of the students are who are working on AWS real times, they can choose this certification. That is enough for 10 years. So So this is overall AWS. So if you have any doubts, please ask me.
So after attending your session, anybody can clear all these certifications?
So for certification level, we have to prepare some dumps.
That's all right.
That's all.
Sir, like my situation is like I have 8 years of experience and I'm a Java developer, right?
Okay.
And how much this course will helpful for me to grow in future?
See, you are a Java developer. You are going to develop so many, I think, programming.
Yes.
It right?
Yes,
So
yes.
those things you are going to directly deploy in cloud environment.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so my question is, sir, how much it will help me to grow in future? Like there would be DevOps team, right?
Hmm.
So how developer will be beneficial after learning cloud? This is my question. I
So
mean, should I attend it? Will it be beneficial, or for a developer, this course is not?
see, as a developer also, you must have first, whenever you want to enter into the cloud environment, so whenever you want to deploy your codes, whatever, so no developers means DevOps engineers, they are not going to deploy. So even DevOps engineers also, they must have the strong knowledge in AWS. Without knowing AWS, DevOps team, what they can do? They cannot do anything.
All right. So, so, sir, my question is: will you give any demo in between? Like, I mean, will you cover CI/CD part as well using AWS?
That is a different AWS developer track. So
Okay.
just I will show you
Okay.
who can go for that course. Developer course. I think nobody is teaching developer associate in Hyderabad or somewhere else. I did not hearing. So somebody is teaching that course. Only this course only everybody will teach. Every institute will teach. So by learning this course, so you yourself you can go for developing side. So but there is no specific institutes. You can inquire. See, AWS Solutions Architect Associate. This is just now I explained you. Computing services, network storage, databases, hands-on experience on AWS deployment management services. So technical requirement based on your applications. So global infra, these things we must learn. Now this is developer. So when you want to go for this AWS developer track course, recommended knowledge and experience they are asking you in-depth knowledge of at least one high-level programming language. First, for a Java developer, if you are having in-depth knowledge, that is one qualification. Second qualification is understanding of core AWS services, uses, and basic AWS architecture best practices. Proficiency in developing, deploying, and debugging cloud-based applications using AWS, where you can learn these things. So here you are going to learn all these things. If you have knowledge on these things, then only you can able to understand this developer associate course. Otherwise, no use, because nobody is teaching developer associate. If anybody is there, please inquire it. Understand now?
All right, sir. Yes, I understood.
Yeah. Is there any other questions? Please ask me. So tomorrow what I am going to do, what exactly we are going to learn in AWS. So I will give the complete contents, a brief introduction about each and every content. So AWS training prerequisites, tomorrow I will explain. And what are the system requirements and what are the contents which we are going to learn in AWS Solutions Architect course. So each and every chapter, I will give brief introduction. So what is EC2, what is storage, what is IAM. So everything I will explain you. Then you can understand what we are going to learn, in which areas we are going to work. So once you learn this course, you can work on servers. You can also get the knowledge on storage. You can also get the knowledge on load balancers. And you can also get the knowledge on how to deploying the tools, codes, without knowing codes. So how to deploy? So you are a developer, you developed one code, so you don't know how to deploy it, just contact cloud administrator, he can deploy it. If you learn this course, you can only deploy it like that. So everything we are going to discuss tomorrow, content, everything I will explain. So if you have any doubts, please ask me. Tomorrow, continue the session, same link. What we are going to learn in AWS, I will explain each and every point in depth. If you have any doubts, please ask me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is Manohar.
Manohar, tell me, Manohar.
The certifications level is that there is a, you told that associate and professional type, but
No,
before that there is a one level is there, that is practitioner level.
Cloud practitioner, nobody will write. Up to my knowledge,
Okay,
last 6
you
years.
will cover all those things in the associate level.
Yeah,
that is,
everything we are going to cover in this course only.
Okay. That is a fundamental, first
That
step
is
of fundamental
basic
level only,
fundament.
right? Practitioner
Yeah,
is
that is what is computer, what is cloud, how the cloud
Okay.
will work. That is they will teach.
Okay.
Okay, that is not
You
required.
will cover the level of certification knowledge is like architect level or also throughout all.
Architect level we are going to learn the course.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other questions?
What would be timing? 5 to 6 daily?
Daily same timing.
Okay.
Continuous.
And what about weekend?
Monday to Friday is the classes. Saturday and Sunday we don't have any classes.
That's great. And if anybody misses the classes, will he get any video backup or anything?
See, once, so who paid the money? That particular Durga Soft people, they will send mail IDs to me. I will send all the previous class recorded videos to your Google Drive, all videos. Once you pay the money, from my side, I will send all the recorded videos at a time through Google Drive, and each and class wise the recordings will come, and the complete class notes step by step what I am going to explain. Go log into AWS Management Console, click on services, click on EC2, so click on launch instance, everything step by step notes I will send, and real time interview questions and answers I will send, resumes I will send from my side. Daily recording videos, whatever our course, daily recording videos, they will send to your Google Drive. Understand?
All right, sir. Yeah.
Everyday recording videos they will send. The complete recording videos, my previous class videos, I will send. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. So tomorrow, same link. Tomorrow, I'm going to explain what are the AWS contents we are going to discuss, because that is important. What we are going to learn here, all are covering. See, generally people will learn administration separately, storage separately, load balancer separately, generally. But all the services and resources we are learning on one place, that is nothing but a cloud computing.
Hello, sir. This is Ravi.
Ravi, tell me, Ravi.
Sir, you can tell also real-time examples you are telling covering in this.
See,
lesson.
what we are going to show every day, all are real time only.
Yes, sir.
See,
Sir, are you working in AWS in architecture?
Linux plus AWS, I am working.
Yes, sir. The servers are Linux, sir, and SQL also. Some were used in SQLs also used, sir. In
Yeah,
AWS.
but already pre-defined servers available in the cloud environment. You can launch as per your requirement. MySQL server. If you want to launch, you can launch that servers. Already pre-defined. No need to install MySQL. Already pre-defined setup servers are ready to use.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
So you cover in Linux. Okay, sir.
Linux basics we are going to cover.
Basics. Okay. Basics and commands are about 250 commands. 250 commands are there.
No, I know that is administration.
Okay.
Administration is a different part.
I don't know that, sir. I don't know that exactly.
Yeah.
Linux.
See, what are the requirements for AWS? That much of commands we are going to learn. Understand?
Okay. Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Linux administration is a ocean. That is a separate course.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ravi. You are from
Sir, I'm from Kamam, sir.
Khammam. Okay.
Kamam, sir.
Okay. Khammam or Khammam?
Kamam, sir. Kamam. Telangana, Kamam.
Telangana. After Warangal, Khammam.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I am from Guntur. That is the reason.
Oh, okay, sir. Sir, are you living in Hyderabad, sir?
Yeah, Hyderabad only. From
Okay,
last
okay.
20 years. I have 20 years of experience on Solaris administration, Solaris, Linux servers, IBM servers, and this Microsoft Windows servers, CCNA routers, storage.
Okay, sir.
Now cloud computing, no game. So we are from 2000 year.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, presently Snowflake also most usable in cloud computing, in sir.
Yes.
After AWS.
Yeah, that is also coming.
Coming, sir. Upcoming, but there is no provide in all institutes and other. So somewhere you use it in US and UK.
After 2 to 3 years, it will come into India.
Yeah, sir. So everybody is present in used AWS server. AWS service.
Yes.
Okay. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will meet because I have another class now, 6 o'clock. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Srinivas sir, I have two
Mano,
queries.
tell me.
Actually, the prerequisites of AWS learning is the programming, right?
No.
How much percentage of programming language we have to use in these services?
No prerequisites.
Required to learn, right?
No. Who told you?
I'm getting that.
See, I'm showing you. That is the reason tomorrow, I told you already, tomorrow I will explain what are the prerequisites. Absolute beginners, no prior AWS experience, any program experience. Previous system administration development knowledge would be added advantage, but not compulsory.
Okay.
System administrator who are interested in deploying, so they can also learn. So who want to learn, there is enthusiasts who want to learn cloud computing, they can also learn. From absolute for beginners. Don't think about that program is this commands, but some basic Linux commands is enough. Okay.
Which area of service we have to use the programming?
Developers they will use. For example, you are a programmer, you want
which means
to deploy
that in the AWS multiple services are there. In which area of service we have to use the programming?
So DevOps tools purpose only we can use program. Cloud administration we are learning. Here no programming we are not going to write. If you are a developer,
okay,
so then you have to write a program. So infrastructure as a service, you need to write a program. Okay. Some JSON programming you need to write for S3 storage purpose. Like some areas are there, but administration level we are not going to use that one. Programmers they will do, we are going to deploy them. Understand?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Thank you all. Tomorrow we'll meet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
So AWS Cloud, the topics which we are going to learn in AWS, who can learn this course? I will explain now today session. So AWS training prerequisite is absolute for beginners. No prior AWS experience is necessary. Previous system administration or development knowledge would be added advantage. So already who are having knowledge on that. System administrator who are working now interested in deploying applications on cloud, AWS cloud, they are also going to learn this course. And cloud computing enthusiasts. So these are the requisites to learn the AWS. And what are the system requirements? need to set up one AWS account, like how you created your Gmail account. Like that, we can go for AWS Management Console. You can create one account that is 1 year validity is there for account, free tier eligible account. That is, I will show you when our classes AWS starts. Most of the services comes with free putty keygen software to access your AWS cloud through web browser with internet connectivity. If you are using Linux or Mac OS, the default terminal is enough to use. So these are the system requirements. Now, what we are going to learn in AWS? What exactly we are going to learn in AWS? See, Amazon EC2. Remember, each and every point is important here. I will explain you understandable level language for you. Amazon EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. So, introduction to Amazon EC2, EC2 benefits, use EC2, EC2 features, EC2 instances types. So nothing but EC2 instance is nothing but a virtual server. That is a predefined servers which are available in the AWS cloud. Predefined. Just what server you want to require, you can launch that one. So Amazon Linux, SUSE Linux, Red Hat Linux, Windows servers with SQL, without SQL, MySQL, whatever it may be. So what is EC2 instance in AWS? If anybody asks you a question, just to simply give the answer, it is a virtual server. For example, this is my physical laptop. Top of this I installed VMware workstation. So top of the VMware workstation, I installed this much of Linux servers. See, RHL6, 10 AM batch, 11 AM batch, 6 PM batch, 8 PM batch. So like that, number of Linux operating systems I installed. Depending upon my class timing, 7 PM batch, I can power on the machines. See, a bulk of machines are available here for me. So top of this virtualization, cloud is implemented. What we are doing through cloud environment, you are just powering on these machines. For example, here I am showing you. So I selected one Linux machine. I am powering on this machine. This technical word we are calling as launching instance in AWS cloud. Launch instance means just to power on your server. Already this is ready made. Already I built a server, just I powered on it. In AWS also, launch EC2 instance is nothing but you are launching your server, which is ready-madely available. Here we are calling as a virtual machine. Here we are calling as a virtual machine. In AWS, the technical word we are calling as a EC2 instance. First class, we are going to learn how to launch Linux server instances, how to launch Windows server instances from our laptop, how to log into that servers. So remote servers, they are located on some different remote locations. So as a cloud administrator, you are going to log into the server, you are going to launch the servers, you are going to work with servers. That is first class we are going to learn. Next, Amazon EBS. EBS means Elastic Block Store. So block level storage. Remember, block level storage means new disk. For example, you bought a new hard disk from the market, that is block level. If you want to write the data in the disk, you need to format it. If it is Windows, you have to format into NTFS. If it is Linux, you have to format into ext4 file system. Like while we are working with the cloud environment, if any EC2 instances are nothing but servers, remember. So any EC2 instances, if you launch Linux server or Windows server, if they required more storage, then as a cloud administrator, we are going to create EBS volumes. We are going to attach the volumes to the servers. Means, for example, I have a laptop, my internal disk space is full, I need more space. What I can do, I can buy a external hard disk. So I can connect to my laptop. Like in real-time scenarios, we launched one server, but the storage is full. I need some more space. I can contact to cloud administrator. So he can create how much size you required, how much capacity you required. So they will create volumes. They will attach the volume to your servers. That volumes we can take backup also. Those are called snapshots. So introduction to Amazon EBS size and capacity, benefits of EBS, use cases, different volume types, EBS snapshots, features of EBS. We are going to learn this course. So here, first chapter, what you are going to learn, how to launch the servers, we are going to learn in first chapter. Next chapter, what you are going to learn, after launching the servers, how to attach the storage to the servers. Second class, we are going to learn. Next to elastic IP address. So whatever the public IP assigned by the AWS is not permanent. Every time it will be changed, so that we can give the permanent IP. It is called elastic IP. Fixed IP address, elastic IP address, manual IP address, static IP address. Technical words are different, but the concept is assign one fixed IP address. It cannot be changed. For example, you can take your laptop, go to network icon, open networking and sharing center, change adapter settings. So Ethernet means this is my NIC card, properties. Here I given one fixed IP address, 192.168.0.1. This is fixed, permanent. Because why I assigned this IP address, I want to communicate my Linux servers. Just now I showed you. Here I launched one Linux server. I want to log into this Linux server from my Windows system. So from Windows, I can log into my Linux server. That is the reason. So I configured one permanent IP for my Windows system. So like that in cloud environment, whenever you launch a instance, by default, they will provide one public IP. So every time when you launch, it will be changed. That is the reason I want to get one permanent IP. The public IP should not be changed, because if I configure a website, if my public IP is changed, so everybody, every day I have to update my IP address. Today my IP address, you can access website. Today my IP address, this we can access website. I cannot update my customers. So I can take one public IP. Sir, I can take one elastic IP, like permanent IP. So how to configure elastic IP address, how to assign to our servers, we are going to learn in the course. Sir, third chapter, elastic IP addresses. Next to AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. So introduction to AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM features, multi-factor authentication, virtual MFAs, users security credentials, temporary security credentials. So Iam Groups, this concept we are going to learn. Here simply I will explain you. For example, this is my AWS Management Console. I am a account holder. Our organizations also will take one account. So every day I am logging as a root user. Root means administrator account. So account owner that perform tasks requiring unrestricted access. So I can have unrestricted access. So as a root user, I can create some other users in my account. I can give some permissions to them. Not all permissions, on some services, some resources. Those users are called IAM users. See, IAM user within an account that perform daily tasks. So you can only manage EC2 instances, particular Ravi, particular Seva, only Elastic Block Store, particular Khan, only S3 storage. Like that, I can divide the work. I can allocate to the multiple users in my account. In organization level, we can get the tasks like that only. They are not going to give us root password. They are going to create IAM user accounts and profiles. They are allocating to us whatever the work they given. We are going to work on that particular areas only. That is IAM, Identity and Access Management. Next to Amazon S3 storage. So Amazon S3 is a block level storage. Sorry, Amazon S3 is a object level storage. Just now one storage I explained. This is block level. I can allocate space to you. You can divide it some partitions. You can store your data. But here, already formatted state space I can give you, like D drive. What you are going to store in D drive, E drive, you are storing directories, you are storing files, videos, movies, whatever it may be. So that storage like Google Drive, here we are calling as S3 storage. This is called object level storage. You can upload your data from your laptop to Amazon S3 storage. Up to 5 GB of the data you can put into S3 storage. So introduction to Amazon S3, S3 benefits, S3 use cases, what are the key features, what are different storage classes in S3 storage, how to enable versionings, S3 pricing depending upon the data. So free tier is there. If you cross the free tier limit, how much price they are going to be charged and how much data size you can upload, how to configure your own website on S3 storage without having the knowledge on Linux server and Windows server. For example, whenever you want to host any website, so we need operating system, either Linux or Windows. If it is Linux, you can configure Apache web server. If it is Windows, you have to configure IIS, Internet Information Service. Like that, in S3 storage, without having background operating system, directly you can configure your website. How to do that one, we are going to discuss in our class, Amazon S3 storage. So next, Amazon Glacier. This is also one type of storage, but this is like backup purpose. Backup means, for example, the data which is not frequently using, you can move to Glacier storage, because in S3 the cost is somewhat high than Glacier. Unnecessarily you are not using data, but you are paying money. So that type of data you can move to Glacier storage. For example, so we have laptops, we have so much data, but unnecessary data is also we are having, but still there. For example, from last 10 years onwards, I am not taking the classes of VMware administration. So Solaris, see, Solaris operate, Solaris classes I am not taking. So VMware classes I am not taking. So Windows Server administration classes also I am not taking. So just I am taking Linux and AWS classes morning to night. So these folders I am not using from last 5 to 6 years or 10 years. But still the data is there in my laptop only. But this is my laptop. I no need to pay the money to anybody. But in cloud environment, you uploaded so much data, but 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 the data which is not using frequently also, we have to pay the money. That is the reason they given one option to us. Whatever the data which are not using frequently, you can move to Glacier, but automatically it will not move. we have to write a life cycle management policies. So the data which is not using from last 30 days or last 60 days move to Glacier. Automatically it will move. So all those things we are going to learn in Amazon S3 storage class. Next, VPC. This is the backbone of cloud environment. So VPC means virtual private cloud. So VPC enables you to launch AWS resources into a virtual network that you have defined. For example, your organization deploy the servers in cloud. My organization also deploying the servers in cloud. So every organization deploying the servers in the cloud. But how do we secure our servers? Then you can go for VPC. You can define your own network. So you can keep your servers in your own network. So others, they cannot communicate your network. That is nothing but a virtual network. That is called VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. Here we are going to manage two types of networks: private network servers, public network servers. So private subnet, public subnets, private routing table, public routing tables, internet gateways, NAT gateways, default VPC, non-default VPC. So these things we are going to learn in the class VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. So this is the configuration we are going to learn. Networking part complete. This is purely CCNA people, what they are doing, we are going to do here. So already I told you yesterday demo class. So here we are going to touch every technology. So first servers we are going to launch. Next storage concepts we are going to use. Next fixed IP addresses. Next assigning the administrator privileges to normal users, IAM users. Next object level storage we are going to touch here. Next private cloud networking purely. So each and everything in depth we are going to learn. So practically we are going to see the output. So you are also, you can create your account. There is no predefined configurations. You yourself, you have to practice after I am showing the practical scenarios. Then you can get the output. So this is VPC. Next to auto scaling and elastic load balancer. For example, you can type www.flipkart.com. So I can also type www.flipkart.com. Your request will go to one server, my request will go to another server, but you don't know, I don't know. Backend, they are going to manage load balancers, because if there is a heavy load come on to one server, that is not enough to manage that much of incoming requests. That is the reason I can configure another server with same website. So your request will go to one server, my request will go to another server. That is called elastic load balancers, how to set up. And auto scaling groups. My one server hardware is not enough to manage the application. I need more servers. Same configuration database servers, I want to require 4, because one is not enough to handle that much of transactions. So automatically it will auto scaling, high availability, incremental and decremental scaling. Depending upon your requirement, automatically it will start the servers. So if not that much of requirement, automatically it will stop the servers. But everything we have to configure it. So this is we are going to discuss in the class. Auto scaling and load balancer, they are integrated with each other. So practically we are going to see these things also, each and every point. Next, CloudWatch. So Amazon CloudWatch is a monitoring service in AWS. So whatever the resources, just now we discussed some resources, EC2 resources, Elastic Block Store, S3 storage, and VPC. So we can monitor them. So how to monitor? We are going to configure in CloudWatch. For example, go to Task Manager in Windows. So I can write a CloudWatch alarm in AWS. If my CPU utilization is less than 10%, up to 5 minutes, terminate it. So unnecessary, I am going to pay the money. If my CPU utilization is less than 10%, for 5 minutes of the interval time, terminate it. I can write a CloudWatch alarm. And also I can write another CloudWatch alarm. If my CPU utilization is greater than 65 or 75%, so one server cannot handle. So launch a new server. So this type of monitoring services and resources we are going to manage by using Amazon Cloud Watch. It is a monitoring service in AWS. Next to simple notification service. Amazon SNS is a highly available, durable, secure, fully managed public subnets messaging service that enables you to decouple microservices, distributed serverless applications. Like we can have email account, for example. I can register my mail account with Amazon while configuring CloudWatch or some other configuration. So what is going on in my AWS account, I want to get to. So yesterday I seen one class, EC2 monitoring. So this is I given the name AWS notification subscription confirmation. So you have chosen to subscribe the topic, the confirmation discover, click on the confirm subscription. This is SNS, notification service. So how to configure, how to register your email ID with the cloud environment to get the event notifications, what is going on in AWS while you are monitoring the services. Or you can select mobile, number of options. Generally, we are going to select mail account. Next, Route 53. Route 53 is nothing but Amazon DNS server, domain name system. See, for example, you can check, you have a mobile. In your mobile, you can have 100 numbers are there. All 100 numbers, for example, you saved with only numbers, not names. Only number only you saved. Name you are not saved. So can you remember which number is for which person while you are going to call to some other person? We cannot remember. That is the reason what we are going to do. We are going to take the number of the person. We are going to save with the name. Some Ravi from Ongol, from Sinu from Guntur, some Akash from Mumbai or Orissa, or Sahu from Orissa, like that. Then I can easily understand. I can call them. So like that in computer environment, in network environment, we have millions of websites are there. Gmail.com, Google.com, Yahoo.com, Reddit.com, 123.com, XYZ.com. So you can remember with names, but you cannot remember with IP addresses. For that name resolution purpose, we are going to use how you are saving your number with name. In DNS will manage numbers with names. That setup we are going to configure, that is called domain name system. It resolves names to addresses. For example, if you want to see name to addresses, how it resolve, I will show you. After connecting internet, you can go to your Windows command prompt. In your laptop, you can check. Type the command nslookup. Now www.flipkart.com. So it will resolve with number now. See 163.53.78.110. That is the IP address of Flipkart. www.gmail.com. Resolve with the number now. 142.250.196.69. See, because of DNS server. When there is no DNS server, if you open website, error will come. DNS probe error will come. So that is the reason we are going to configure Amazon Route 53. So how to set up Route 53? We are going to discuss. Okay, that is Route 53. Next, CloudFront. This is content delivery network. For example, simply I will explain. You are watching some web pages. That web pages are located in the origin of the server. Origin means original location in Mumbai, in US, but sitting from Hyderabad or sitting from Mumbai, you are accessing that web page. So many requests will go to that server and request back to you. So it will take some time. That is the reason what Amazon people will do. Whatever your content, whatever you are viewing the content, whatever you are downloading the content, it will keep it a nearest place for you. Means edge location. So accessing the speed for downloading of your content. So that is CloudFront servers. How to set up this CloudFront servers? We are going to discuss in the class CloudFront. Next, Elastic Beanstalk. So with Elastic Beanstalk, you can quickly deploy your application. You can quickly deploy your application without knowing the knowledge of program. Somebody, for example, one Java developer, he developed one code. So he don't know how to deploy it. Just as a cloud administrator, by using Elastic Beanstalk, just whatever the code they developed, you can upload it. You can deploy it automatically. Backend infrastructure, everything it will provide. Instance it will launch, CloudWatch it will configure, and load balancer, auto scaling groups, everything it will set up. So with Elastic Beanstalk, you can quickly deploy and manage applications in the cloud without having to learn about the infrastructure that runs those applications. Next to simple queue service, simple email service, like message queue service. At a time, bulk of messages, hundreds of messages, thousands of messages, we can send to the customers or users. So, and SEA, simple email server, you can register your company's email ID into AWS. How to do that one? That is, we are going to learn in these two classes. Next, cloud formation. So cloud formation is a service that gives developers and businesses an easy way to create a collection of related AWS and third-party resources and provision them in orderly and predictable fashion. Simply, in Mumbai region, I configured my entire infrastructure. So my company, my organization decided same infrastructure we need to implement on Singapore region. So again, we cannot come from the scratch onwards. What are the existing infrastructure we set up in Mumbai region? We can take image copies, we can deploy into Singapore region simply. That is called cloud formation. Next, to database services. How to manage relational database services on Amazon. DynamoDB, relational database is sequential SQL Server database. DynamoDB is non-SQL Server database. So how to do this one, we are going to discuss. And Elastic file system. This is also a storage. Elastic file system. This is file level storage. So block level storage, object level storage, file system level storage. So all these resources and services we are going to learn in our AWS classes, AWS cloud classes. So if anybody having doubts, please ask me. Is there any doubts? Please ask me.
Hello, sir. Prashant
Yeah.
here.
Prashant, tell me, Prashant.
Yeah. My one question is there. How much percent will be theory and practical? Means, just want to know that.
So both
And
are.
what kind of practicals? Also, you include practicals in this training also, right?
See, yeah, first every chapter we are going to discuss theoretical part, then I am going to show you the practical scenarios.
Okay.
Theory and practical. Theory and practical.
All right. Now, what are you at the end of the training? Are you giving any means real time? What kind of project or something like that to work on?
See what we are going to do every day task that is related with projects only. So you are launching servers, you are creating block storage, you are attaching the storage, you are using S3 storage. So you are configuring elastic block volumes, you are taking snapshots, you are copying snapshot to different regions. So everything is related like a one project.
Okay. Actually, I'm not aware about that project. That's why I asked.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is called project.
No issue. And what will be the duration? Means 30 days of the training, right?
30 to 35 days. It's
35
depending on. So sometimes
Right.
if internet connection is slow,
Mhm.
sometimes some configurations will be in middle of the configuration, they will stop. That is the reason 30 to 35 days maximum.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other questions? Is there any other questions? Please ask me. It's no problem. Any question?
Sir, hi
Any
sir, this
questions?
is
Please
Ravi.
ask me. Ravi, tell me, Ravi.
Sir, the scenarios, the topics, sir, same real-time jobs are also same, sir. Same work has in.
Same. See, you are creating your own account. If organization also do same thing, you are do same thing. But to organization level, they are going to pay the money. We are not going to pay the money. That is the only difference.
Okay. So same thing problems are, and how to rectify the errors and
Same.
some. Sir.
Yeah, everything same. There is no changes.
Okay, sir.
Whoever it may be, they can work like this only. There is no other way.
Okay, sir. Maximum 10 years, 4 years, 5 years. So overall work is there in your topics. Okay.
Yeah.
I am asking that. Okay, sir.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you. Sorry, sir. I forgot to ask one question. Prashant here. After your lecture, when we can expect your video recording means for revision?
See, once you pay the money,
okay,
so they will send all the mail IDs to my mail account. I will send all my videos, all videos of previous class recording videos, and everyday recording videos of our class they will send. Durga Soft will send to everyday videos. My side, I will send all videos at a time.
Okay, means to just suppose today is your first lecture, then when I will get your first lecture video?
No,
Means for example.
see this recording videos, Durga Soft people will send to you.
Okay.
All my class videos, once you pay the money, they will send a list. This is the AWS students paid mail list. I will send AWS class notes and complete videos and AWS real-time interview questions, and my side all the materials and videos I will send from my side.
Because what happened after there should not be like that, means as a student I'm asking, after finishing the 10 training sessions or finishing all training, then only they will send the training classes videos, not like that. That's why I just doubt of that, because day by day we have to just make practice of that. So even even if we miss something concepts, then we can just revise your video on daily basis. That's why I expect that means today is
they will send today and tomorrow videos. One day by day they will send the videos.
Right. Okay. That is my only question. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Got it.
Okay, thank you all. Again, 6 o'clock I have another Linux class is there. So tomorrow no session. Monday we have the AWS Introduction and Architecture first chapter. So tomorrow you have to complete make the payments tomorrow. So Monday maybe the new link will come. So today you are going to get today night or tomorrow morning feedback mail like how to pay the money like this. You can get one mail ID. So I will show you can get feedback mail. So like this AWS feedback mail. So course time, duration, fees, and how to pay the money, ICICI bank account and Google Pay number. So if anybody not get this mail ID, you can intimate me for this mail. I will send that feedback mail to you. This is my mail ID. You can write. So if you are not get that mail ID, feedback mail ID, you can send a mail to me. I will forward this mail ID to your mail accounts. Then you can go through the payment. Okay, thank you all. Monday we will meet. Monday first class, first session, AWS Introduction and Architecture. Thank you all.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
So today AWS Introduction and Architecture. So before going to that, I will explain about introduction to cloud computing, means the differences between virtualization and cloud. So without a virtualization, there is no cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? What is virtualization? We are going to see. So cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing services. Remember, configurable computing resources. So example, networks, servers, storage, applications and services can be rapidly provisioned and released with a minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So you can easily manage the servers and applications, databases, storage, networks with a easy way through web browser. This is like all the resources put into the cloud. So through your mobile also, you can through web browser, your laptop also, your desktop also, you can access your cloud. Next to what is virtualization? So virtualization is a software which creates separated multiple images of the hardware and software on the same machine. This makes possible to install multiple operating systems, multiple softwares and multiple applications on the same physical machine. Like see in my computer, I have virtualization is there. So left side you can see this much of Linux servers I installed. RHL 610 AM batch, 11 AM batch, 6 PM batch, 7 PM batch, 8 PM batch. So all are I installed. See, on top of my single physical machine, I installed this much of virtual machines. So like that is virtualization. So using the virtualization software, you can reduce the cost. So if there is no virtualization, I have to buy that many of servers to teach each and every class. So that is the reason virtualization introduced. Top of the virtualization, we have cloud is implemented. So using the virtualization software, we can reduce the cost of hardware and increase the utilization, accessibility and efficiency of the infrastructure. Virtualization works on the top of the hardware, like bare metal. Bare metal means, for example, top of your laptop, you install Windows or Linux. So those are bare metal. Like top of the hardware, you can install VMware servers, server operating systems like VMware vSphere hypervisor, like Citrix Zen server, Microsoft Hyper-V. These are bare metal. Directly top of the hardware, you can install VMware layer. Top of that, you can create a number of servers, machines, network, storage, everything, whatever it may be. So virtualization works on the top of the hardware of the physical server and divides its hardware into multiple segments are called virtuals. When virtual machine are the installed. So this is like, this is my physical server. Top of this, I installed virtualization software like VMware vSphere hypervisor, Citrix Zen server, or Microsoft Hyper-V. Top of that, you can launch servers, Windows servers, Linux servers, Mac servers, any servers you can launch. Benefits of cloud computing. It is accessible to all the users without any restriction. Using cloud for applications is cost efficient. Least possibility of access failure due to non-dependency on a single machine. Cloud provides you independence from machine access. URL will give you access to your infrastructure all the time. Like how you are logging into your Gmail account every day, like that you can log into your cloud, you can launch your servers, you can manage your storage, everything you can do through URL only. So benefits of virtualization, server virtualization is the top reason behind its success. IT industry setting up thousands of server machines using virtualization technique. Multiple applications can be installed on a same physical machine. The setup is cost is very low. Virtualization can be done on personal computer or server operating systems. So conclusion, cloud computing versus virtualization. Cloud computing and virtualization both is essential for today's requirement. Cloud is a good for public use. Another side, IT companies internally they are using virtualization for cost efficient and data center setup. Cloud infrastructure cannot be established without the help of the virtualization. Already I told you, without a virtualization, no cloud. Cloud infrastructure cannot be established without the help of virtualization. It is the foundation of the cloud networks. This is the difference between virtualization cloud. So top of the virtualization cloud is implemented. Now introduction to AWS. So introduction to Amazon Web Services, AWS and other cloud service providers. Accessing AWS, AWS architecture, AWS services and products, AWS Management Console. So Amazon Web Services provides on-demand computing resources and services in the cloud with pay-as-you-go pricing. So how much resources you utilize, that much of money only you can pay. For example, you can run a server on AWS that you can log on to, configure and secure, run just as you would server that's sitting in front of you. How every day you are powering on your laptop or desktop, how you are working with your operating system. In cloud also, just in front of the server, how you are sitting and working. You can launch one server from cloud. You can work same as you like. Using AWS resources instead of your own is like purchasing electricity from a power company instead of running your own generator. For example, you bought a new house. For that, you need some power communication. For power communication, you are not buying any generator. So what you are going to do? You are going to go to the nearest power distribution company. You are applying for the meter, 3 phase or 2 phase or 1 phase. Then they will fit the meter into your home. How many units you utilized per month? That much of money only you are going to pay. Like cloud also, how much resources you utilized, that much money only you have to pay. Capacity exactly matches your need. What you want to exactly you can use. That capacity of the servers only you can launch. Pay only for what you use. Economies of scale result in lower costs. The service provider by a vendor experienced in running large scale networks. So AWS is a very experienced in the cloud environment. 2006 they established. Their servers capacity 6 times larger than other next to 12 competitors. That much of hardware capacity they are having. Next, this version cloud giant, all are outdated clouds, nobody is using. So nowadays, Microsoft Azure almost perfect. They are second place after AWS. Then third place now we have Google Cloud Platform is there. See how to access AWS through Management Console, a web interface. Or if you're familiar with Linux commands, you can also work with the command line mode. And you can also download the command line tools. Or your company will develop some application interfaces to access your AWS. So generally 99% we are going to use AWS Management Console only. And pricing. AWS can offer significant cost saving compared to the equivalent on-premises infrastructure. You can use the AWS simple monthly calculator to estimate what it would cost to use AWS. So how much is going to be cost? We can analyze, we can calculate. Note that if you created your AWS account within the last 12 months, you are eligible for the AWS free tier. For example, you created one AWS account today, March 7th, 2022. So your account will be free up to 1 year, March 7, 2023. So most of the services come with free only. What are the chargeable services and resources are there? While we are going to discuss in our classes, I will tell you this is chargeable, don't use. But once you have to configure, you can check the output, then remove them. If you keep them, they will be charged. Next, Amazon EC2. EC2 is nothing but a virtual server, resizable compute capacity in the cloud. 750 hours per month of Linux, Red Hat Enterprise or SUSE Linux, number of flavors are there. So you can use 750 hours per month of Windows servers. T2.micro. T2.micro is the hardware that we are going to discuss in our classes, types of instances. Usage, run one instance at a time or multiple instances simultaneously. So as your wish, you can run the instances at a time or you can run multiple instances simultaneously. Next to S3 storage like Google Drive, how you are uploading your data, files, photos into Google Drive. Like Amazon is providing S3 storage, object level storage. You can upload your data to your local computer to Amazon cloud. Highly scalable, reliable, and low latency data storage infrastructure. So 5 GB of standard storage at free of cost. 20,000 get requests. Get means download requests are free of cost. 2,000 put requests. Put means uploading are free of cost. 20,000 get request means, for example, I uploaded some softwares. So 20,000 downloads the students they can get. After 20,000 downloads, they can download, but they have to charge me. So I can charge the money depending upon the calculation. We have to pay the money. 2,000 put request means 2,000 objects I can upload at free of cost. Object is nothing but like it is a photo or Word document or video, whatever it may be. So whatever you are uploading in S3 storage, we are calling as a objects. So these are free of cost per 1 year. Next, Amazon has data centers in different areas of the world. For example, North America, Europe, and Asia. Correspondingly, AWS products are available to use in a different region. By placing resources in separate regions, you can design your own website or applications to be closer to a specific customers. For example, your business is impacted on only in India. So you can go through the nearest region, Mumbai region we have in India. So you can work with Mumbai region, you can launch servers, you can configure websites, everything you can do in Mumbai region. So worldwide, they have worldwide AWS resources they have data centers. Now I will show you. AWS Global Infrastructure, you can type in your Google. So now global infrastructure of Amazon AWS. See, worldwide they have regions. So every region has a data center. See, Amazon has a data center in different areas. Different area is nothing but a different region. So AWS Go Cloud US West launched in 2011, 3 availability zones. Availability zone is nothing but a data center. Northern California, 3 availability zones. 2009 they launched. Oregon, 2011. This is Canada Central, 2016, 3 data centers. Sao Paulo launched 2011, 3 availability zones. Europe, Stockholm, London, Ireland, Milan, Frankfurt, Paris. So Spain coming soon. Milan is launched 2020, new. Now here coming to our side, Mumbai, 2016 they launched. 3 availability zone, 3 data centers are there in Mumbai. Hyderabad coming soon, they are going to be launched. Here also 3 data centers are there in Hyderabad also. Like that, these are all data centers. So this is Mumbai is the region. In Mumbai, 3 availability zone, in nothing but 3 data centers. Hyderabad is a region, coming soon 3 data centers here also. Like that, Amazon has worldwide number of regions and data centers are there. Each region contains multiple distinct locations called availability zones. See, all the data centers, they are not going to manage in same location. In Mumbai only, different distinct locations they will manage, a radius of 20 to 25 kilometers. Each availability zone is engineered to be isolated from failures in other availability zones and to provide inexpensive low latency network connectivity between the zones in the same region. By placing resources in separate availability zones, you can protect your website or application from the failure of a single location. For example, I am maintaining one e-commerce website in one availability zone. If the availability zone is down, means the data center is down, so my complete application also going to be down. So my customers can get so many problems. That is the reason I can keep my server on different availability zones. If one data center is down also, my customers can access website through another availability zone. And next, AWS resources can be tied to a particular region or to a particular availability zone. Not every region or availability zone supports every AWS resource. So slowly they will launch. First they will launch in AWS Go Cloud. Then if it is successfully running, so one by one, they are going to be add into other regions. When you view your resources, you will only see the resources tied to the particular region only. For example, whenever you log into your account, by default, we are creating account from India. We are in the Mumbai zone only. We are going to select. And also, you can switch the regions. But whatever the work you are doing, that is related to the particular region only. So you cannot see other regions availability zones, and you cannot see other regions servers. So when you switch into the particular region, then only you can see. Now you can sign into the AWS Management Console. I will show you the regions. Just like Gmail account, you have to create your own account with your own credentials. See, I am logging to my account now. See, right side, you can see my user login name Ravel Sri. Here I am in Mumbai region. So whatever the work I am doing here, it will show here my resources and services. So you can switch the regions. So US East to US West to Africa, Asia Pacific, Hong Kong, Jakarta. We are in Mumbai, Osaka. You can switch the regions. So whatever you are doing, that is related to that particular region only. So sitting from Mumbai region, you cannot see which servers are going on US West region. If you want to see, just you can go to US West region. Like you have to click this region. You can go to that region, you can check. That is they are telling here. AWS resources can be tied to a particular region or particular availability zone. Not every region or availability zone supports all the AWS resources. When you view your resources, you only see the resources tied to the particular region only, which you specified, which you selected. This is because regions are isolated from each other. So they are isolated for each other. And we don't replicate resources across regions automatically. See, we don't replicate resources across the regions automatically. Automatically not possible, but manually we can configure the replications. The data which I am uploading in Mumbai region, I want to see in the Singapore region. So you can configure. Then what you are uploading here automatically in Singapore region also, it will update, it will replicate. Next. When you view your resources, you only see the resources. Already this point will end. Next, when you work with an instance using the command line, you have to specify the regional endpoint. Like endpoint is nothing but address. aws.amazon.com/AP South A, like they give one code. So we have to mention that. When you launch an instance, you must select a machine image. AMI means Amazon machine images, means predefined. Images are available, just you can launch them. If the AMI is in another region, you can copy the AMI to the region for using. Already I told you. So for example, I launched one server in Mumbai. I take one snapshot, I can copy into Singapore region, I can launch the server there. So again, no need to set up from the scratch onwards. All communications between regions is across the public internet only. So without internet, there is no cloud. So therefore, you should use the appropriate encryption methods to protect your data. Data transfer between regions is charged. Remember, data transfer between regions is charged at the internet data transfer rate. Maybe very less price only, 1 cent, 0.0 cents, 0.01 cent, like 4 paisa, 10 paisa, 1 rupee, like that. They will be send the billing dashboard. Once you log in, we have billing dashboard. There you can check how much billing they are generating. Describing your AWS regions and availability zones, you can use the management console or command line interface. Find out your region. Just now I showed you. If you click on that region, it will show all the regions. So when you select the particular region, you can enter into that region. So compute and networking services, Amazon EC2, auto scaling, load balancers, virtual private cloud, Amazon Route 53 means DNS. Content delivery services are Elastic Block Storage, S3 Storage, Glacier Storage, CloudFront, Import Export, Storage Gateways. Database services are RDS, DynamoDB, Redshift, Elastic Cache. These are the database services. So log into AWS Management Console. You can go through http://aws.amazon.com. So you can create your own account, like Gmail account, how you created. It will ask you your MasterCard or credit card. So 2 rupees they will be charged. After 24 hours, your account will be active. When your account will be active, again 2 rupees they will transfer to your account only. Means they are not charging any single rupee. For confirmation purpose, they will charge only 2 rupees. After charging 2 rupees perfectly, means your debit card or credit card is perfectly working. Then they will transfer the money 2 rupees to your account. So this is AWS Introduction and Architecture. So tomorrow we are going to see what are the types of instances. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Do you have any doubts? Please ask me, Mr. Ravi, something, Prashant.
Sir, class will be started tomorrow, sir. Class.
Today only we started.
Introduction classes, sir. So how many members are joined in AWS? I am not pay the fee. So I'm not pay today. So tomorrow classes started.
Yeah, tomorrow will start. Nishil Kumar, do you have any doubts?
No, sir. No doubts.
Prashant?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Rohit Jha, Sunil Kumar.
No, sir. No doubt, sir.
So tomorrow we are going to start types of instances. Then practical session will start. So today pay the money. The links will be changed. Okay. Once you pay the money, they will send your email address to my mail account. Then I can send all the previous recording videos, AWS class notes, materials, everything I will send.
Sir, same time, sir? 5 o'clock?
Same time, 5 to 6. This is fixed time.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sir, Prashant here.
Yeah, Prashant.
Sir, I had paid money the day before, 2 days before. So,
okay.
So I will get the future links automatically,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, automatically you can get.
Okay, and what will the means the time will be the same 5 to
same
6
time,
p.m.
5 to 6 only.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ravi, today or tomorrow you have to pay the money. Other who are not paid, pay the money.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you all. Tomorrow we'll start about types of instances and practicals we will start.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. My voice is audible. So today just I will show you how to launch a Linux server instance, how to launch Windows server instance, how to log into the servers. From your laptop, I will show you. Log into your AWS account. click on services. So click on EC2 dashboard, Elastic Complete Cloud. Click on instances. Launch instance. So instance is nothing but a server. Here we have Amazon Linux server, free tier eligible. Amazon Linux, free tier eligible. Mac OS, 15 days or 20 days back they introduced Mac here. This is chargeable. See here, no free tier eligible. This is chargeable. Mac OS, chargeable. Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8, free tier. SUSE Linux Enterprise Server, free tier. Ubuntu Server, free tier eligible. Microsoft Windows Server, that is free tier. This is not free tier. Microsoft Windows Server 2019 with SQL or SQL Server, chargeable. So these are chargeable instances. So what are free tiers only? That servers only you can launch. So I am selecting first one. Anyone you can launch. So here family T2.micro instance. Micro instances are eligible for the AWS free usage tier for the first 12 months following your AWS sign up date. You can get up to 750 hours of micro instances each month. When your free usage tier expires, or if your usage exceeds the free tier restrictions, you can get the pay standard pay as you pay go service. So they will generate the bills depending upon their service rates. So this is 750 hours every month up to 1 year. Free tier is there. Configure instant details. Your number of instances, network, subnets, RTOS in public IP. This is in depth. I will give the notes about this one. Add storage. So only 8 GB of the space. This is called root volume. Root volume means operating system disk. Add tags. Tag means just description name, Linux server. So configure security group. So how to log into our Linux server through SSH? This is called security group. So it's like works like a firewall. A security group is a set of firewall rules that control the traffic for your instance. So whenever you want to log in your Linux server, whenever you want to work with your Linux, you need SSH protocol. Otherwise, we cannot log in, we cannot work. So that is the reason. So by default, that protocol is selected already, defined protocol, TCP protocol, transmission control protocol, port number 22. So port numbers we have to remember. Interview point of view, they will ask the questions. Port number 22. Review and launch. Launch instance. Select key pair. Already key pair downloaded. So first time when you create your account, nothing will be there. You have to download the key pair. This in depth I am going to explain just to example purpose. Creating a new key pair, you have to download a key pair. You have to select the key pair. What is PEM format file? What is PPK file? I will give the notes. I am selecting an existing key. Already I downloaded. Launch server. View instances. So Linux server is launching. So the instance state is running state. Select the instance. So here, instance ID, instance state, instance type. So private IP address, DNS name, your Linux system IP address, VP's virtual private cloud ID, platform Amazon Linux, platform details, Linux or Unix, like the public DNS name and public IP, elastic IPs no, security group just now we selected SSH, scheduled events are not there, Amazon machine ID, every machine you launched one ID will come, unique ID, subnet IDs, network interfaces. So like this. So we required here public IP because through internet we are going to access our servers. So when you are going to access your servers through internet, you need one public IP. That public IP automatically will assigned by AWS. The public IP automatically assigned by the AWS. Select public IP. Go to your local laptop. You have to download Putty software. Open Putty. Select the software. Sorry, select the SSH, expand SSH. Select authentication. Key, one key I selected. That key we have to select here also. Select the key. Click on open. Open. Now it will authenticate your key. Yes. So I am increasing the font setting, change appearance, change the font settings. Now default Linux instance name is EC2-user. Sudo su is the administrator switching. Next, here whatever you want to do the Linux commands, if you know fdisk-l, how many disks are there in Linux, how many users are there, like Linux commands, if you know, you can work with your Linux commands. Like that in real-time scenarios as a cloud administrator, we need to launch the servers. Next, how to launch Windows server. Linux server I launched, now Windows. Go to your Aws Management Console, launch another instance. Click on launch instance. Windows Server free tier 2019 base I am selecting. See, any free tier you can select. Click on select. Configure instant details. Add storage. See, for Windows Server instance, default root volume is 30 GB. Linux 8 GB they given, Windows 30 GB. Add tags, add tag, Windows Server. Configure security group. So Windows, see Linux through SSH, we can log into Linux system remotely. For Windows, for Windows, RDP protocol, remote desktop protocol, Linux to Linux, SSH, Windows to Windows, RDP. From Windows to Linux, SSH will not support, RDP will not support. That is the reason we downloaded a third-party software. Now, RDP port number, remember 3389. Port number 3389. Review and launch. Launch Windows Server. Select the same key pair, launch. View instances. See, Linux server, Windows server. Select Windows server. So like Linux, how we logged into Linux server, select the Linux server instance. We selected public IP. We went for the local laptop. We selected putty software. We logged in. But Windows some different way. Select Windows. Click on connect. Download remote desktop file. Click on download remote desktop file. Click on close. No, we need password. So click on get password. So password not available yet. Please wait at least 4 minutes after launching an instance before trying to retrieve the auto-generated password. So immediately it will not come. We have to wait some time to get the password. Just wait 2 minutes minimum. Try again. Now select the key pair which you selected. Now you can get the password now. Choose file. So here select the key file. Decrypt password. So password is generated. Copy this one. Click on close. Now whatever the remote desktop file you downloaded, select that file. Click on connect. So paste the password. Click on OK. Yes. Now Windows server is launching. This is Windows server. Now, whatever the Windows server administration tasks, if you want, the administrators can do. They can Windows administration configurations. Okay, this is Linux, sorry, Windows server. Like that, as a cloud administrator, depending upon the requirement, we can launch Linux servers and Windows servers. We can make it available to the Windows administrators and Linux administrators. So whenever your work is completed, just you have to close this one. Close. Linux also, I'm going to close the window. Yes, close the session. Now, after every day our work is completed, you have to terminate the instances. See, previously one class I taken one instance, I terminated it because hours will be count unnecessarily. But once you terminate all your data, if you store any data, it will last. Real times we are not going to terminate, but we are using our free tier account. Just we are going to terminate instance state. Stop means shutdown. Hours will be count. So terminate it. Yes, terminate. Terminated. Select Linux server, make it to terminate. So it is also terminated. So after some time, after login tomorrow, this information will not display. Already terminated, they will remove here. And here, once you are working with the cloud environment, so right side see, you have to carefully check you are in which region, because some students maybe sometimes they are going to switch into US East North Virginia region. They will do some work there, they will forget. So again tomorrow they will log in and they are in the Mumbai region. But background automatically those servers will be run. Though or not will display here. So once you are getting bill, then you can understand. So for example, so click on your login name. Here always you have to check your billing dashboard. Sometimes not only me also, sometimes while the class is going on, we will switch into another region. We have to learn something there. Again, we switch into Mumbai region, we will explain, so that class will be complete. But we will forget that North Virginia region, whatever we created, we will forget sometime. That is the reason. Here you have to check billing dashboard. So AWS, current month's total forecast, USD doll 0.50 cents. Total number of active services 11. Some active services are there. So current MTD balance, total number of active AWS accounts, one account only. Prior month for the same period with the trend USD 0.02 cents only. The highest cost, relational database service. Just now I told you. Sometimes database service when I launched, they charged me. So like this. So like simple storage service. Average $0.31 cents. So February this month highest 0.89 cents they charged me. Relational database 0.12. Elastic IP address. Data transfer, internet data transfer rate. So view the bill. January completed, February, March bill. So this is 1 rupee 55 paisa March bill. February bill. February 79 rupees they charged me. Nearly $1.66. So which purpose they charged here, they will give the complete details. Simple storage service 0.75 cents. So highest they charged simple storage service. So immediately whenever you get this type of information, so I can go for the storage. I can check why they are charged me. I can go for S3 storage. Here they charged me. Why they charged me? Here I can go. I can check. Is there any data I forget it to delete? You can understand here. So always we have to check previously Elastic Beanstalk. April 5th, 2021. This is September 23, 2021. This is April, this is September. Make it empty. No objects found in the bucket. So it is not deleting. Maybe already I told you, I switched into North Virginia. I did something, it is not deleting. This is Asia Pacific Mumbai region. Make it empty. Permanently deleted. Permanently delete. Make it empty. Click on exit. I can delete it. This is the bucket name. Delete the bucket. You don't have permission to delete bucket. Something is wrong. I am user policy and you cannot delete a bucket. That bucket policy